Okay, so welcome to this terminal online class. So this is KMU cybersecurity tutorials. As you can see, we are on the Google Classroom. To join this class and access the labs and quizzes, just go in the channel description, then hit where it says Google Classroom, then you can join. So command prompt quiz 1 is readily available for you to answer, and Lab1 is readily available for you to answer. So the solutions will be posted today because this video class and video for Lab1 is already done, including quiz 1. So for Kali Linux, these classes are supposed to be conducted by two people, which are Evans Warrior and Rosaria Piri. So for that class, I'm not in charge. So our final class, which is terminal quiz 1, you need to attempt to it, and lab 1, the commands are readily available. So this video is for terminal. Okay, so I'll click on lab 1, then under lab 1 we can view some instructions, but I'm not interested in that. So this quiz is for now assigned to 24 students. None of you have attempted because the class was supposed to commence last Sunday on Google Meet, but we didn't conduct that due to the delay of you guys joining. So this is the class now. Okay, so I'll click where it says Lab 1 terminal, then it will open up this section. So here now we'll cover both on how to answer this Lab 1 and how to understand these terminal commands. So question 1, so cybersecurity tutorials Lab 1 terminal by James Soko. So question 1, open terminal and make sure your directory is under desktop, e.g. psc user /James Soko /desktop. So don't worry about that, just search for terminal. So you don't need the internet connection for this. I'm just used. Okay, just search terminal. So this is terminal. You open it, then you need to make sure that you follow those instructions. So let me pause the video. I balance up everything real quick. Okay, so I'm using Windows PowerShell as my terminal. So based on the instructions, as you can see, we are at PC C users James Soko. So based on your account name, you might see users /Evans Warrior or your name. Okay, so we have that now. So we are at this directory, which is good. So this is the C directory. So when you talk about the C directory, this is what we mean. If you go under PC, we have this C directory and E directory for me. So this is the primary disk where boot up files are basically found, and we can put some softwares here. This is the disk or storage where we put many files such as movies whatsoever, but this is for applications and system files. So this is where we are, and this is where we find this desktop and local disk C. So now that we understand that, it says which hard drive does C represent. So I've already explained that it represents the primary disk where we can put where we find boot up files and certain applications. So create a directory called Lab1. So basically a directory, it's more like a folder. So I'll give an example. Just on our desktop, we can just do it direct by saying new, then we name it Lab1 as the question says, like that, Lab1. We are done. So we need to create a folder which looks like this, but I'll delete this for now, then create using the commands. So creating a directory called lab1, you can say mk directory like that, like make directory like that, then it's called all right. So you need to make sure that you are under the desktop first. So as you can see, I'll walk you through certain commands first before we start answering this question. So let me put out the topics you need to learn for this class first. Okay, so under topics for directories, we have printing work directory. So printing work directory, pwd, means it will show you the current location your terminal is. So for example, if I say pwd for printing work directory, it will show me that no, the path I'm in right now is for users under James Soko. So we go to the next directory, which is change directory. We need to go to our desktop for us to create that folder under the desktop. So I'll say change directory to that desktop one. So what we need to do, the initials for change directory is cd change directory. So here, the moment we hit D for desktop, you tap on tab, then it will say desktop. If you continue pressing tab, it will be requesting everything with a D. So if we say change directory to desktop, it means that we are currently at the desktop. So if I say pwd to check where I am, it will show me that I'm under the desktop like that. So now we understand what it means by change directory. Now we need to make a directory, that's the question, which says lab1. So now, since I'm under desktop like that, I'll say make directory mk, make directory, then say lab1. So that's the directory name, lab1. So the moment I hit that, you see that at 1109, which is 1109, I've created what we call lab1 on the desktop, and we can now see lab1 on the desktop. So that's the first thing. So in a case whereby, let me delete this first. In a case whereby we needed to create this lab1 but without using that mkdir, which is wrong, I can just say make directory, which is md, then say lab1. So that's the shortcut for make directory. So as you can see, again we have lab1. So the first question we are done, as simple as that. So now we have this: create a Word document file in your lab1 folder and name it lab1 screenshots. So inside that folder, we need to name it, we need to create a Word document called this. So let me copy that. All right, so first thing what can come into your mind is that you need to open this folder. After you open the folder, here you go under new, then you will create a Word document just like that, then you name it as that. So that might be your thinking right there. Okay, so I'll delete this, then create them using the commands. Okay, so now what we need to do to create that folder, that Word document, we need to make sure that we go into this lab1. So that brings us to another topic, which is list items. Okay, so under folders and files, you can also list items So listing items, since we are under our desktop, as you can see, you will just say ls for list, then it will list each and every document under that desktop. So we have this, which is that. Then our main interest is lab1, which is lab1, this folder. So we'll use the change directory command then to change it to lab1. So once we change our directory to lab1, we need to create a Word document which is called, let me check for that, so which is called lab1 screenshots. So you need to understand the format in how a Word document can be written. So it's docx, I'm sure. So here I'll just create a fake Word document to check the way it's written. So under properties, I'll check. So it's written .docx. So I'll delete this like that. Okay. Now here we'll say new item, meaning we are creating a new document which is written lab1 slash screenshots, then dot docx to represent the Word document. So once we hit enter, you can see that now lab1 has been created as a Word document like that. So that's how we can create that Word document. So in a case whereby we're trying to list items for this lab1, it will show you that okay, we have lab1 a screenshots Word document like that, which was created during this time. Okay, so now going back to our topics, we can use touch command, which is also used to create documents. So here we have just used the command named new item in place of touch. So this won't count. So for the copy, I will show you how to use it and the clear. So let's follow the question now. Okay, so take a screenshot of your desktop showing lab1 folder and screenshot of the Windows PowerShell terminal showing the command for question 1. Save them on your desktop. So these commands we have done so far, you just need to insert them into your Word document, but I won't do that because I'll provide the answers. I've done that already. So this is your task. Then copy those two recent files, which are just the screenshots, and paste them into your lab1 folder. Lastly, insert them into your lab1 manually without commands. Okay, so this is what I mean. First of all, you had to take screenshots of this. So this is a screenshot for that. Then after you have like that screenshot, you need to go under a section where you have put in your screenshots, such as pictures, then screenshots. Then I'll copy this, or I'll cut, then under desktop we'll paste. Okay, so we'll paste this under the desktop. So this is the screenshot, which is saying screenshot 29. So following the question, it says that we need to copy these recent files and paste them into lab1 folder. So now this is where we introduce that copy command, this. So we'll say and we need to go under desktop. So since we are under lab 1, for the lab 1 we need to go back to the desktop. So say cd two dots to go back to your desktop, like that. So once we are now at the desktop, if we list items, we can see that we also have this screenshot 29, which is supposed to be copied into lab 1 folder. So we'll say copy, so it's written screen, like that. Hit tab to bring the full name. So screenshot 29. Screenshot. Okay, so copy screenshot 29, then to which folder now? So lab 1. So it needs to go to lab 1. Oh, chill, chill, chill. Okay, so let me try to change this name to something which is just simple. So I'll name it as example, like that. Okay, so I'll say copy example. So copy example png, then we are copying it to lab 1, like that. So it means we are copying this example, which is just a screenshot, into a Word document, into this lab 1. So the moment we hit enter, so png is just the format, it can be anything. So once we hit enter, you can see that if we say change directory to lab 1 and we list items, it will now include this image. So if we go into this folder, you can now see this image. So now what we need to do uh, is that we can follow the questions the way it is. For this class, I'm just explaining on how to use these commands. Okay, so if take another screenshot showing the copy commands and insert them into lab 1 screenshot. So you just screenshot these commands, then you insert them into your Word document, then submit your lab 1 screenshots under this assignment. They are through Google Classroom for cybersecurity tutorials. Include all your commands to aim for marks. So that's your duty. Now we have the last command, which is clear. So if you want to get rid of all these commands, you can just say clear, but you just remain under lab 1. So if you want to go back to the desktop, cd two dashes, then you go back to your desktop the way it was at first, then you clear, like that. Okay, so now we go to question 2. Okay, so question 2 instructions leads: clear all your commands and change to this. So as you can see, we need to change this C into E. So basically it's more like we are at this PC, then we have this C and E drive. So we need to change from C drive where we are to E drive. So this is just simple. This is the C drive. You just need to cd two dashes to go back. So it means you were at this desktop, like that. Then under this desktop, you just let me show you like this. Okay, so this was the C drive, then we are under users James Soko, like that, then we were at desktop. So the moment you go back, it means you are just under the C drive like this. You can see all that now. So we don't want that again. We'll say cd with two dots, then go back to go under users, which is just now out from James Soko to users, like that. Okay, again we can do the same command, then we go back to the C drive, like that. So if I go back, you go to your C drive, like that. Now here we need to change it to the E drive, so we'll say cd to change directory, then E for E drive. I don't know your drive name, then you write it the way it is, more like C drive. Then once you hit enter, it means you have changed to E drive. So it's more like you are at C drive. Then once you go back, then you change it to E drive, like that. All right. So now that you have this information, you can see here we have movies, music, pictures, and school stuffs. So the moment I say ls to list, you can see we have that: movies, music, pictures, school stuffs. So we are done with this a. Now take a screenshot of these folders and the commands. So you do that, then insert these screenshots in lab1 screenshot. So the same Word document, you insert that, change into another directory of your choice, such as school stuffs. So I don't know your folder names, so you can change to any of those you want. So if I want to go to school stuffs, I can just say cd then sc tab to go into that. Then you can see it's more like I'm under these school stuffs. So once I click under this, I will find cybersecurity tutorials, Kapasa, Makasa University, practicals, and Zector. So if we say ls to list, you can see those folders I've mentioned. Okay, and list the items under the directory. Remember, take a screenshot and commands for the folder, i.e. whatsoever, then we save. So that's it, guys. So now under the Google Classroom, since you know how to use terminal now, you can go and attempt to the quiz 1. So we have quiz 1, which is assigned now to 22 students because 2 have been graded already. So go under that, then you'll find this quiz. After you understand this, you can attempt. So what is the meaning for PWD? You need to answer that. Then what is the function of PWD? You need to answer that as well. Okay, and then CD stands for, again answer that. If on your desktop you have a folder called test, how can you go into that directory in terminal? So you need to answer that as well. Which command can you use to go back to previous directory? Which code is used to create and remove a directory? Is touch and nano used to create a file in a directory? How can you clear all the commands you have entered? How can you list items in a directory? So once you're done, you just need to submit. So this is 20 points. Okay, now in a case whereby we want to delete this folder, which is lab1, so we just need to go back to our C drive again. So this is just the reverse. We need to go back to our C drive. So once we go back to our C drive, cd c okay, once you go back to your C drive, you need to make sure that you are under users. So you need to make sure that you're under users. Then under users, you select the account you want. Once you select the account you want to use, you need now to go to your desktop. So once you're at the desktop now, you want to get rid of this folder we have created, which is Lab1. So you just say delete, then you specify what you want to delete, such as Lab1. Then it will tell you to continue by yes, so you just say Y for yes, then you enter. So as you can see now, the folder has been deleted, just like that. Okay, so one last thing, let me go back to the E drive, do one task. Okay, so under the E drive, let's go under music. Then under music, we'll go under my songs, which is KCDC. Then we have singles, I'll go under singles. Then let's see what we have under singles. So we have Chacha Kamunike, we know. Okay, so short week, no. Thumbnail, no. Okay, so let me do this. Let me see what we have. Okay, yeah, okay, so just like that, you can press something using a command. Yeah, atimwa me now send up on a deep plus.
And I'm lovely the music and the beat and all.
Started day one, then I realized the pressure's getting worse, touching on my chest. I remember got a 0 in my assignment, and I felt so low, but I gave all my best. We gotta skyrocket, feeling so soft, but I'm not too low. Moving so fast, but I'm getting low marks. I'm trying to work hard, but I'm getting more scars. I'm tired of assignments, quizzes, and more all fake. Future was bright, but now it's fade. Getting good marks for me to pass is what I'm craving. Yep, is what I'm craving. Sharp, sharp, yeah. This will be saving. I told you next year. Tata, come on, nigga, we know. Yeah, atimwa me now send up on a deep plus. Yeah, Shiva, I'm on a puff my results. You know why I waited. Tata, come on, nigga, we know. Guys, I did them with your picture, man. Okay. So that's it.